Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tay Tizza, and I'm here with a video to talk about the Sony Showcase predictions that I have for tomorrow, and also to kind of double back on the situation that Sony's been dealing with lately with this cross-gen debacle that's been going on. First off, if you didn't know, Sony, well, Guerrilla Games, i.e. the people that are creating Horizon Forbidden West, had originally no plans of having a cross-gen upgrade for Horizon Forbidden West if you bought it on the PS4. Nor, of course, would it go backwards if you had it on the PS5. And pretty much they caught that pressure from the gaming space, everybody on Twitter talking about it, all the gaming outlets talking about it. They pretty much caught that heat, man, and they pretty much doubled back on their words of not having one and pretty much allowing a completely free upgrade for Horizon Forbidden West if you bought it on the PS4 to the PS5. But the problem with that is that the only reason that this is what they express, is that the only reason that they did that in the first place in terms of offering it for free is that technically Horizon Forbidden West was supposed to be a launch title for the PS5, right? But of course, COVID definitely affected a lot of aspects within some of these games' launch time, and of course the handling of the console as a whole and its availability. So that's kind of why they justify the reasoning that, Horizon Forbidden West is pretty much going to get a free upgrade if you buy it on the PS4. Now, the thing that rolls into it is that, well, if you own a PS5, you might as well just go ahead and buy the PS4 version. Like you're going to get a free PS5 upgrade, so just buy the PS4 version for much cheaper, and you still get the benefits of the PS5 version, right? Like that's the weirdest thing about this. And also going forward, how they're ultimately going to handle these upgrade situations where, how many more of these games are going to have these free upgrades. I know they did say they were reducing it. Well, not necessarily reducing it. They were trying to keep it within launch titles. But I really feel like this whole cross-gen upgrade thing it comes down to the companies, man, on whether they want to do this or not. So really, going forward, you're going to be looking at a lot of companies sideways, whether they decide to do, cross-gen upgrades for free or if they're going to make you pay for them. Now, the problem with that is if you buy a game on PC and you can only run that game on low settings, but you get a new graphics card, right? You get a new graphics card, you get new parts, and you put those parts into your PC and you load up your library and you cut on that game, and now you can play that same game on high or maybe even ultra settings. You didn't have to pay any type of upgrade fee to access that, right? Like that's what's going on with this PS4 to PS5 situation, or even like Xbox One S to Xbox One X. Is like the graphical change doesn't warrant having to pay a upgrade fee. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense to have to do that. Because that's all you're doing. You're just swapping out hardware. You're still within the same ecosystem. You're still within the same, digital library. So why not have it to where once you upgrade your console, and of course it's gonna have a 4 version of the game and a 5 version of the game, that it just doesn't do that automatically. Like, why is this a thing to have to go through this process of pulling it out of companies to allow that? Like this whole cross-gen thing, man, is really weird, and I feel like it needs to be ironed out, and there needs to be more clear-cut, idea of how this is going to be handled going forward. Because honestly, it's pretty stupid to have to pay any price to get a graphical upgrade on games that you already own. The other companies, the other competition isn't having to necessarily do that. And of course, I'm mainly speaking on PC's end, right? Because I'm pretty sure that people who buy games on the Xbox One have to pay an upgrade fee for their titles to the Xbox Series S or X. So this whole cross-gen thing is pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid, man. But that's all I had to say on that, man. I wanted to go ahead and iron that out because I wanted to get that out the way. I know I made my video the other day about them not allowing it, and I also kind of gave my opinions on it then. But, you know, like I said, they felt that heat, man. They felt the heat from everybody, that everybody wasn't going to go for that shit, and how that shit was really, really messed up for them to do. And now they've changed it. They went back and corrected their issue. So, on to more good news, as I would say. The PlayStation Showcase tomorrow, right? So, of course, you know, we have a lot of predictions. Everybody has their own predictions. Everybody has what they want to see. Everybody has, you know, their own levels of hype of what to expect from this, right? I mean, you're bringing out the big Sony studios. You're bringing out the Naughty Dogs. You're bringing out the Gorilla. You're bringing out Sucker Punch. You're bringing out Sony Santa Monica. You know what I'm saying? The God of Wars, the Gran Turismos. All of this stuff, this is the stage for Sony to show all of this stuff off, right? As some people would say, put the nail in the Xbox coffin, right? But, you know, it's just all based on how they feel, you know, what needs to be showed and what can they, you know, hold in their back pocket for like some surprise shit, you know. So it all comes down to how they feel about it. But, you know, going into it, man, you know that of course we can expect, you know, some more Ghost of Tsushima stuff from Sucker Punch, you know, with the Iki Island DLC, which I'm still getting around to playing myself. I'm pretty sure they're going to show, you know, more gameplay of that, try to get some more people who haven't played the game to purchase the director's cut so that they can get into the game and get into the universe of Ghost of Tsushima, because I seriously feel like this won't be the last of that like title-esque from Sucker Punch. Like, I feel like it won't necessarily be with Jin. Like, I feel like they may make other like Ghost of Tsushima-esque titles. Maybe, you know, it's one set in the future. Maybe, you know, they have a different character, you know, in a different area. I feel like Sucker Punch is really going to stick to, you know, the success that Ghost of Tsushima has brought. And not to mention that their multiplayer mode has a lot of replayability and content that can be added to it. I know a lot of people were asking for like a PvP mode. People were asking for more raids, you know, more events to get into it. They're keeping up with balancing out the characters and stuff. They recently made some changes to, you know, the balance of the characters. So they're keeping up with the multiplayer end of Ghost of Tsushima, but I feel like they're definitely going to continue expanding on the single player side of things. But that's all I expect, so much so from Sucker Punch out the gate, right? But I mean, I do hope that we might get some infamous news from them, some type of like announcement or teaser from them, just something within that universe. I platinumed Second Son. I think I got my platinum at First Light. I'm like 2 trophies short. I really like the Infamous series. I wasn't a PS3 guy, so I never got to play the original ones. But when I bought the PS4, Second Son was my first game, and I thoroughly enjoyed what that game brought to, I guess, my console experience as a whole. So I definitely hope to hear some Infamous news from them. The other thing is we got Naughty Dog. Of course, we're probably going to get, you know, some. I'm gonna say I hope that we get some, right? Last of Us factions. That's all I want to hear. I wouldn't care about nothing else, man. If we get some type of Last of Us factions news, that would literally set my day. I wouldn't even care about the rest of the show. Not even lying to you. And that's even with, you know, I know that Sony Santa Monica is going to say something about God of War Ragnarok. But Last of Us Factions, like I'm a big multiplayer guy, so Last of Us Factions would be, my hallmark moment. Like, yes, that's all I needed to hear. Um, but I'm hoping to hear something from them about the factions mode, but I also hope to hear something about, some Uncharted news, maybe the next Uncharted title, possible Uncharted update coming from them. I know people are still like playing the multiplayer regularly. It's not really just super active, but I'm pretty sure you can go and find the game. But that, like I said, man, I just really, all I want to hear is Last of Us Factions. That's it. That's all I want to hear from Nutty Talk. But we also got Gorilla Man. We're not going to get more Horizon Forbidden West gameplay, some more, chitter chat about what to expect from the story and the world that is Horizon. And, we know what to expect from that already. They're pretty much trying to drive home the fact of, if you're not already sold on this game, they're just going to try to continue to sell you on this game and buying it. I'm definitely a big fan of Horizon. Beat the first one, definitely going to be getting Forbidden West. So for me, all the extra gameplay isn't necessary. They've given me all I need to know about the game, and it's just like, okay, I don't need to see nothing else. Just waiting for it to be released at this point, right? But yes, that's what I expect from Gorilla. What I hope to see from them, hopefully, is some type of Killzone news. I need a consistent shooter from PlayStation, from Sony, right? I know I just said about Last of Us Factions, but I need like my kind of Call of Duty, Battlefield, FPS shooter. Like I need that. And either I would hope that they do like some type of Killzone reboot, or maybe Killzone Shadowfall 2, or they throw out a Resistance reboot. Again, I didn't get to play the PS3, so I never got to play those titles, but those titles definitely were up my alley in terms of like genres, a genre mix that I liked, and Resistance is that sci-fi mix with shooter, mixed with like, it kind of has this like fantasy-esque magic thing to it. So yeah, Resistance is definitely something I would hope that they bring back, especially for newer people who just got on the Sony train, so that we can experience what that game is. I've always thought about possibly paying into PlayStation Now and trying to play those titles. And I may actually end up doing that one day, but I definitely want them to just try to do like a hard reboot of the series, so that way, the newer people can kind of pick up from their own ground zero, starting from the PS5 era going forward. Because I really do feel like Sony needs that FPS franchise with a strong multiplayer attached to it too, that keeps, another side of their fan base, on the hook, because I feel like they really excel at the idea of single player stories and the single player story experience. And they have, some okay multiplayer games, but they really gotta drive it home for people who are looking for that first person shooter experience that they can consistently go back to, that's exclusive to their platform. So I'm definitely hoping for that. Next, of course, we got Sony Santa Monica, God of War Ragnarok. This is like I don't know, like this is the big guy of the show, right? Nobody, I feel like most people are going to see the God of War Ragnarok, hopefully gameplay, right? Not just some cinematic trailer that they throw up. Even though I feel like a cinematic trailer will be expected, because I don't see God of War Ragnarok releasing anytime early in 2022. So yeah, I expect nothing but a trailer. So I'm hoping for gameplay. Some type of hard announcement, some type of information just in general about the game that we already don't know, which we don't know much of anything except the fact that it's continuing our story. What I would have liked before Ragnarok had been a thing is that they would have gave God of War some type of DLC, but I remember reading that article that they started to expand it so much that it became its own game, which why Ragnarok is probably a thing, because they were just like, look, we're just going to continue it from there. So yeah, God of War Ragnarok is like, that's like the hallmark of the show. Everybody's looking forward to it. Everybody wants some type of news from it. So I mean, we know what to expect from there, right? You got Polyphony. They're most likely going to show some Gran Turismo 7 gameplay. Some type of hard announcement, I believe. Then you got Insomniac. Everybody's hoping for a Spider-Man 2. Everybody's hoping for some type of Spider-Man 2 news. To me, it's probably going to just be Miles Morales DLC. I don't feel like we're just going to get Spider-Man 2, but I feel like it's going to be Miles Morales DLC. So, yeah. I see a lot of people saying they're expecting to see Spider-Man 2, but I don't foresee Spider-Man 2 happening until probably, again, sometime late 2022. So I mean, we may actually get like some type of teaser. That's what I would expect, a teaser of Spider-Man 2. Then we got House Marquee. Of course, they just dropped Returnal this year. I feel like they're probably just going to go more into, trying to get people to buy Returnal, some possible Returnal DLC coming up. Just trying to keep more people in house, right? You got Sony Bend, Days Gone. I'm gonna say Days Gone, one of those games that have been heavily mixed reviews. I haven't got to touch the title myself yet. I'm still like bruising through my backlog. It's definitely on the list, but as far as the overall, consensus, it's been very mixed. It hasn't been one way or the other. Some people say it's good. Some people say it's bad. Some people say it's boring. Some people say, it took a while for them to get into it, but it's just in the middle. So I would expect some type of like, news or like possible DLC from them. Just some involving Days Gone, right? And then, you got XDev, the makers of Destruction All-Stars and Little Big Planet. I'm expecting Little Big Planet DLC. I'm expecting some type of Destruction All-Stars, campaign that they probably add some DLC character that'll try to get everybody into it. Or they'll probably just do something that's kind of, just off the wall to try to get people to come and play their game. I mean, last time I checked, I think they're going free to play anyways. So I don't know. It's a knockoff Twisted Metal to me, and it's a super whack knockoff Twisted Metal, and that's not even a good look. It's not a good look. I'm a heavy Twisted Metal fan, so it's not even a good look to me because it's a game that doesn't interest me at all because of the route they decided to take with it. But overall, man, other than that, like, I expect to see some Call of Duty stuff because of Sony being partnered with Activision and them having the Call of Duty deals and stuff like that. I definitely expect to see some more Kenna Bridge of Spirits, some more seafood gameplay. One thing I do hope too that they somewhat throw us like a surprise announce, and this is from Sony Santa Monica, right? I want to hear something about the Order 1886. Like, I want to hear something, just whatever it may be, bro. Just something. Like, please bring this game back with some form of multiplayer, with some more fleshed out story that's longer than 6 hours, that can really drive people to like want to play this game, like, or more so to believe in the game, right? Because a lot of people played it. Of course, it was only 6 hours. A lot of people played it, but a lot of people didn't believe in the fact that it had more to give. And I definitely feel like after playing that game and understanding the story and what the story was trying to tell, it had a lot more to tell, and they just didn't have enough time to put that shit down. For a game that was in development as long as it was, the fact that it only ended up being 6 hours was a major disappointment. but it can't be denied that the gameplay, the gunplay, and the story itself were all great in terms of what it was doing and how it played out. It was definitely great. So I definitely hope to hear something about the Order 1886. That's one of my hopes for this show. Another thing, man, I want to see something about the apparently Alan Wake was supposed to be coming to PS5. Apparently, it was listed on the Russian site that it was going to get a PS5 release. Of course, these are just rumors. Same thing about Sunset Overdrive. And then we have the biggest rumor of them all is about the GTA trilogy. Now, whether Sony showcases this, I feel like they would be more likely to showcase a GTA trilogy than Xbox. If they do, I feel like it's going to be it's going to sell pretty quickly. But as far as the other two go, I don't feel like those are really needle movers. I feel like all of that stuff is going to do is just add more to the console war fodder, as I would say. But other than that, man, those are my expectations. Some things that I'm definitely hoping to see. Like I said, I'm hoping to see something. I am praying tonight about some Last of Us faction news. I hope to see something about a Killzone reboot, the Order 1886, hopefully some Resistance reboot. And then, even with Sony being, they made Siphon Filter. So even Siphon Filter, I remember playing that back in the PlayStation 1 days. So it's a lot of games that we can all hope that pop up. You know what I'm saying? But we all kind of know what we expect from this. So I would say everybody, of course, kind of keep their expectations in check. Don't expect anything super crazy. But at the same time, I definitely feel like Sony's going to try to pull out most of their stops, man, because they're showcasing it as if it's going to be their platinum show. They got the damn PlayStation letters and diamond encrusted fucking tips. You know what I'm saying? So they're really trying to sell it as if this is going to be a grand showcase. So I would say I'm definitely expecting some good news. I'm hoping for even better news. If I was to just to give a slight prediction, right, what my rating would be, if they really pull out all the stops that I'm asking for, I'm definitely looking at a solid 8 to 9 out of 10, right? But if they just go with what I already expect to see, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, 6.5. They may throw me something that I didn't even expect, right? They may throw me a curveball that I didn't expect. So I would definitely give it a 6.5. They just give what I expect. But if they give me some of these things that I hope comes out, or maybe even the curveball is just super, super good, I'm looking at an 8 or a 9 out of 10. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What are y'all predictions for tomorrow? What are your expectations? How are you foreseeing this Sony showcase going? Do you feel like this is going to be, a nail in the coffin for Xbox and what they have going over there? Or do you feel like this is Sony's nail in the coffin for themselves and they're just fucking themselves over? Let me know. Y'all have a good day. Peace.